Thank you very much. First, on this day, as we're remembering the murder of George Floyd, I want to thank President Biden for once again reaching out and doing what a president of the United States should be doing, and speaking with the family and with friends and recommitting his own actions as well as our belief that we need police reform in this country. And so I want to thank him for that. I want to first speak about the competitiveness bill on the floor and do it through the lens of Michigan and manufacturing, because this is a big part of our future when we look at where we're going to go as a country, how we're going to compete, and we really have a big choice in front of us. We can invest in making things in America and build an economy that works for everybody, or we can allow other countries to outpace us on technology and remain dependent on critical parts made overseas. That's not just in theory. That's actually happening right now. In Michigan, we know that we don't have an economy unless we make things and grow things. I think that's true for our country. And that is unfortunately something, well, we've been talking about it. Other countries have been taking actions. And we know that in electric vehicles alone that China has put forward more than $100 billion right now. They have hundreds of companies making electric vehicles. And frankly, you can no longer build a competitive auto industry without electric vehicles, and you can't build EVs without a whole lot of parts that could be made here but aren't right now. We've seen what happens when our automakers and manufacturers depend on semiconductors made overseas alone. COVID-19 exposed the weaknesses in our supply chains, both our medical supply chains and our manufacturing supply chains. And unfortunately, as a result of the breakdown in the supply chains and not having access to something called semiconducting chips, we literally have thousands of auto workers laid off right now in Michigan as well as across the country. In fact, the Alliance for Auto Innovation estimates that U.S. automakers will produce 1 million fewer cars this year alone because of the shortage. That's terrible for auto workers, it's terrible for the economy, and it's terrible for our future. And that's one of many reasons why I support the passage of the U.S. Innovation and Competition Act. This really is about our future. Let me also say this. At the same time, we can't move forward as a country without finding out the truth of what happened on January 6th. I agree with Senator Schumer and Senator Murray. I mean, this was an attack on the very heart of our democracy. And we simply can't pretend it never happened. And something as simple as a bipartisan commission will bring accountability and ensure that it never happens again. And that's the least we should be doing. Thank you.
Okay, let's go. Yes, sir.